Welcome to Daniel Reviews. I'm Daniel Goodwin, and today we are looking at the Newport 12-volt electric trolling motor. Let's get into it. Okay, this is what you get in the box. You get the the motor itself. I'm sorry, I got distracted. You get a propeller that you're going to have to attach yourself with this kit here. 3-blade propeller. It's actually heavier than I thought. The motor is down here in the piece that sticks in the water rather than up top at the tiller end. So that's just something that was distracting me there for a second. Then you got your battery connections, which I don't like the, here, I'll show this to you. I don't like these kind of connectors. I don't think they're as good as the actual complete circle loops, that you can screw in. I don't like these as much. Not a big deal, but I just don't like those as much. But most of the operation is pretty straightforward, which is good. What's awesome about this is it has an adjustable shaft link. So where you can mount it, you really bring the motor up pretty close to the surface. So if you're in shallow waters, that's going to be really helpful because you can mount it a little higher, which is good. The other nice thing is, of course, that it is, whoops, try to show this here. Yeah, get it. This is adjustable, so you can obviously tilt it at whatever angle you need to, which is really nice. And then as far as the tiller itself, it is it's got adjustable up to 5 speeds, which is great, as well as some reverse, I believe. No, that might not be true. Just 5 speeds. I'll get into the details, but yeah, there we go. And it extends out, so that's really useful if you need an extra 6 inches or so, give or take, of travel. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and attach the propeller so that we already have that taken care of. And that just kind of goes on the end like that. There you go. So you got a pin that goes in there. What I'm not clear on is maybe like that, perhaps. We'll just have to take a look at that. Okay. That looks pretty good. We'll test that out. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen that a little. I guess I would have liked to have seen this already attached, honestly. We wouldn't have changed the packaging that much. Fortunately, the diagram leaves a little bit to be desired. They fortunately do have this link, so I probably could go there and get this figured out a little clearer. But I don't know. I didn't like that. So here I have the inflatable raft by Intex, and this is the back end of the boat. I'm going to attach the Intex motor mount so that it'll be in place for when I attach the motor, the trolling motor, and we'll see how that works. I put together the mount. It's really clever, and I've probably showed this in a previous video, but I love how that's all. You can assemble everything by hand. You don't even need a screwdriver. It's that user-friendly, and I wish more things were designed and built that way. Let's see if I can do this. All right, hopefully you'll see. I might need to zoom in on this, but take these off. And I need to take this off as well. Slide this in first. Yeah, slide this in first, and then put these on the bottom. Great, that's good. And then we're just going to attach our kind of connectors here, and we're going to be done. It's that simple. What's not to like? Slide this on. Just tighten that up pretty good. Again, nothing too complicated about this part. We'll see about the trolling motor, but this is pretty easy. Okay, let's hope this goes in just as easy. Should. Slide this on. And this thread on by hand again. Make sure it's snug. Okay, we're just going to try to do a little bit of a dry fitting here, since I'm not actually putting it in the water right now. So you can see the Newport motor mount clamps onto the Intex mount quite, pretty easily. It's just a clamp system, much like a clamp that you'd have, on your workbench or something. 1 second. Just get this tightened up. It's almost so skinny that it almost doesn't clamp up, but I think it will. It's going to be very close. There we go. Very good. Starting to make contact. All right, now we're getting somewhere. All right. Great. So that feels pretty snug. Great. And so this is where having this adjustable tiller's position is great, because you can do that. And then the other piece is that we're going to clearly need to turn this around eventually. Eventually we're going to, set this up so that it is in the water. And at that point we'll probably adjust how deep the shaft is. And that's the best or a very important part on this, is making sure that the shaft is adjustable. So if you're in shallow water, you're not too deep. And then, of course, you can telescope this out and hopefully make that a little easier to work with as well. So just trying to show some quick footage of how it connects. You can see it's just a clamp here on each side, and that clamps to this. And then this is, of course, attached to the boat. Okay, so I've got a 12-volt, 100-amp-hour battery, 1.2 kilowatts, and I've got it hooked up to the cables. The clamps, again, I mentioned I wish they were loop clamps. They're the kind of the U-shaped. These work if you tighten them down good enough. It's fine. Just a small thing I wish it had. Also, I wish it had a disconnect, like a quick disconnect. I think that would be best, but that's my thing. Over here, I got my power. Basically, it's kind of just showing where your I would think that's a battery gauge. And its reading is pretty high, but I don't trust too much in those battery gauges. I prefer to, I don't know, I guess I'm just a little paranoid. But you can see that it works. If I go down here, it's running. So that's pretty cool. Great, so we got the boat all inflated, and the nice thing about the mount with this particular motor is that you have the adjustment, as I mentioned before, where you can tilt it up or out of the way, which is great when we're going to need to carry this to the water. And then, of course, you've got the adjustment here for the depth and direction lock of the of the propeller. So that's all great. Okay, I think that wraps up my review of the Newport Trolling Motor. Overall, my impressions are it's a well-made unit. It's very good at what it does. I love a lot of the adjustable features of it. The adjustable depth, the adjustable tiller, the adjustable angle. All of those things are all A+ in my book. From a manufacturing, quality, it's all, at least the part that goes in the water and everything, and the pole is all metal, which is really good. The tiller's got some plastic covering on it, but it feels very solid. It doesn't feel like something that would be flimsy or easily broken, so it felt really good on that. We took it out on a creek, a small creek near our house, very, very shallow water, so we really had to bring the motor up pretty close to the water level, and even then we were still bumping sandbars and stuff. But it did great. I'm pretty confident in it. I think it would be fantastic on a small lake or a bigger, deeper river. So honestly, very impressed. Pairing it with like a 12-volt, 100 amp hour battery, it's gonna last all afternoon. So yeah, just no negatives. Now, a few things I'll mention. Newport makes essentially the same model in several different ratings of thrust. And in case you're thinking that translates to speed, it doesn't necessarily. It's more about how much, again, thrust is generated to move the boat. So if you've got a heavier boat or you got a lot of people in the boat that makes it heavier, then having that higher thrust will help move it along. But it's not going to be like, if you get the 86-pound thrust versus the 42, it's not like you're going to double your speed. It's more about, again, pushing that thing. The top speed is going to be about the same with all of them. So hopefully that helps. All right, that wraps up this review. Hope you enjoyed it. If not, I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.